Welcome. We're back for another trading video. Today we're just going to be discussing what we did today. It's Tuesday, which means like it's the second week of the week, trading week, and there was nothing really on Monday. And today on Forex, there was nothing, but on futures, there was a nice setup that we could have back tested and documented. So that's what I'm going to do today. It's like one of the cleanest new accession trades I've seen probably this month in the last recent months, so I'm going to be documenting it and discussing about it today. So yeah, that's the case. This is my quick little checklist just to help whoever's watching really understand what the setup is, but it like summarized, of course. So it was a new accession, and I do consider it an A plus setup because of the ES and NQ correlation, meaning like what happens in NQ affects what happens in ES, affects what happens in the other markets like the dollar, which is the DXY, and the stock markets, which I'm not too heavily involved with, but I do know that it does affect futures. Yeah, yeah. So, and heavily summarizes execution, consolidated, London session manipulated, and Asian session distributed. There was an S&T on NQ while ES swept highs, and the entry was an OTE at 61% Fibonacci extension, entry targeting execution lows, as you can see. So let's get to it. Oh, this is how our day starts. Usually we mark out the price range, which has to be like between, ideally for a really good day, has to be between 20 and 30 pips, and today it did that, meaning this usually indicates that each institution will probably range and consolidate. If it's below 10, it really means like nothing's going to happen. It's a really slow market. Nothing's going to happen throughout the whole day, either in London or New York. But then if it's above 30, it usually means like the market has heavily expanded. Like in this case here, like let's say something like this happens during Asian session or during the night leading up to Asian session, then yeah, it usually means it's a really improbable day, and the rest of the day we just do random things that we don't usually align our setups with. So yeah, that's what I wanted to touch upon over here. Um, and as you can see, if you open our session tab indicator, you can see that this is the Asian session, Sydney and Tokyo. Price was ranging, and as soon as you open on London session, which we opened here, but this is when stuff really shit really happened. We swept those highs, and then continued to range a bit, leading up to New York session open. We price again swept those highs, but then on NQ, price failed to sweep these highs at this specific moment in time, confirming that we are in a shorts. So yeah, let's go and see what happened on ES, on NQ. This is what I was talking about. What happened on NQ? 3:45 in the afternoon after New York session open. Prices way below here, failing to go sweep these highs, confirming that we were indeed in shorts. After London session manipulated over here. London session manipulated here, sweeping these highs over right here. Price down to the downside, retraced a bit, but failed to go anywhere near here. Even I don't think this is 50%, probably maybe 50%, and there is a small little value gap right there. So that's where price retraced to. Um, So yeah, that was our consensus today. Liquidity sweep of the decision highs, then a liquidity sweep of the land decision highs. That would really usually mean we are bullish, but seeing as NQ failed to go any higher than it did, then usually means a reversal to the downside. Let's drop down to the 3 minutes where it's clear. The New York session opened here, expanded to the upside, sweeping these highs, dumps to the downside, retracing into this OTE, and then targeting to the downside. You can see that's exactly what happened. Price broke this market structure here on the 3 minutes. This is 345 after price swept liquidity. Price then reacts to the downside, expanding into this OTE right here, and then going towards our TP, which is a 3.5 risk to reward ratio. Could have targeted lower lows actually, but it's usually safer to go with the session lows because that's where price is guaranteed to go usually. Some people will be like trying to target way lower lows with standard deviation, but it's really improbable. It really is because it's unlikely that will actually play out and you usually get retraced and stopped out. Even in this juice one, it could happen that you get stopped out and price just goes up and takes you out again, sweeps another high for some reason, then continues going lower. So yeah, in this case, it's best just to play it safe. And yeah, that was our trade for the day. It's really easy, simple and clean. Um, yeah, just collecting data, as much data as possible before I really push on in July and August, where I try to actually like, okay, implement these in the live markets again. Right now, I'm just trying to get back on my feet after not doing anything for the whole of May. And I took a break in April because yeah, the whole war thing was really affecting my trading. And I was not experienced enough to deal with that ideally. So yeah, we took a short today. That's the trade. Yeah, really clean. No. And it was an NQ. So thanks for watching. If you've come up to right up until the end, and see you in the next one.